Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Hardcore Minecraft Take 3. When last we left the Avatar, we need materials. Specifically, we need cobblestone, and not iron like I incorrectly stated last time. That was folly. You don't make towers out of iron, unless you're some sort of fantasy despot with awesome magical powers and the ability to turn stone into iron with a thought. Then you can make your tower out of iron. I still wouldn't recommend doing it, but you can. What we're going to do is we are going to start digging at this here. When are we going to stop? When we have enough stuff. When are we going to have enough stuff? Who can say? Let's get started. We need a lot of cobblestone, and we're going to be using a thing that you'll typically find in villages to make the construction process a lot easier. We are going to use the stone cutter. Now, a stone cutter is used by the mason in a village. What it can do is it can turn various blocks into other things very efficiently. Most notably, it can make stairs at a 1-to-1 ratio, and we really want that because stairs are a quite inefficient conversion of stone. You use, I think it is 6 to make 4 stairs? So ultimately you are losing out on stone, but not with a stone cutter. I don't know if the stone cutter degrades or not. Either way, it's an experiment that will yield a better usage of our stone. We have plenty of iron right now. And this is the part of Minecraft that I love the most. Not even the mining below the ground or going to the nether and exploring nether fortresses. None of that compares to just finding a area to get stone and going for stone. Also, here's a place where the shovel is useful. And we could do with a little bit of dirt. Dirt's always handy. It also gives us this nice elevated platform with which we can assess the situation while we mine. For this still is mining. We're just not mining for diamond or emeralds or anything like that. I'm just nice and calmly getting stone. It does change the panoramic view around my home, mining all this away. But I'll try my best to make it still look okay. Some people would dig down instead of through, but this is just a large mountain that is just asking to be bulldozed. Okay, it's not asking to be bulldozed because it is a large hill and thus has no sentience. Or does it? And then we find out it's a sentient hill, and it really is disagreeing quite angrily with me mining into it. But if it is thinking that, it's certainly not saying it. Not yet, anyway. We're definitely going to get that coal, I think. We're certainly not going to leave it floating around in the middle of nowhere. You will sometimes find that when you go about on your travels, floating bits of landmass, defying gravity like they do, looking at you and going, "Ha! I'm infeasible! What say you to that?" And then you look at it and grumble, and some people will try and get rid of it. I tend to leave them where they are. I typically quite like them. Watch out! The sky will fall on us if I do this! It's one of the rare times when I don't mind mining directly above me. I'm still a bit wary of mining directly down, though. Just in case we find a big hole. Don't want to find a big hole. There we go. You'll notice I'm making a sort of stairway of it. Try my best to keep everything looking sort of natural. I say sort of because as soon as you start interacting with anything in Minecraft, things are not as they were. But if you don't interact with anything, you won't get anywhere. There we go. Get rid of all of this dirt. So much faster using a iron shovel as opposed to your hand. So much faster. The speed difference is just phenomenal. We can mine this away now. There we go. And then get rid of that overhang. start tackling this part. Ah, here comes the gravel. The gravel just falling down and causing a hindrance, but we will get rid of it. And if we're lucky, we might get some. That's not gravel, that's not gravel, that's gravel. If we're lucky, we might get some flint. There we go. Some of this is not stone. Some of it is indeed andesite. We're not going to be using the andesite, that's for sure. There we go. A little bit more. Oh, there goes that pickaxe. Pickaxes can go really quickly when you start mining stone. They can go really fast. There we go. Get rid of that. Go up a bit. Get this. And here is some coal. Might as well take it. Once I've mined this out so that it's relatively elevated in terms of steps, once I've mined all that away, I'll probably mine underground a little bit. I just wanted to get all of the stone that was obviously on display, and get to that coal. We could always do with more coal. Even if that coal is just used far later on to trade with villagers. I know I'm thinking a long way ahead right now, but the Avatar needs those forward-thinking plans. Needs to plan for the future, whatever it may be. We'll also get rid of this. Ah, rivers. The bane of my existence when I'm trying to explore around. Definitely the bane of my existence when I'm trying to do something like, say, build roads. You're building roads, suddenly a river appears, and you think, oh, now I'm going to have to do something bridge-related. And bridges are a lengthy project. Oh, bridges are lengthy. I've built some huge bridges in my time, and they took a very, very long time to do. And this was back in the day when there weren't phantoms to pester you when you were working during the night. You could just work as long as you like, any time of day, day in, day out. And there goes some gravel. Hello, I'm gravel. Gravel's just there to say hi and be minorly irritating. Let's get at this, shall we? There we go. Don't need to worry about using all of this iron. I have plenty of iron waiting for me. I think there's enough residual iron from my furnacing to replenish all of these tools. There we go. Get this. Get that. Get all of this here. Fill all these holes with the stone I'm not going to use, if I need to. I probably won't need to. There's a little bit more dirt. And I think I want to, let's see, go to here, like that. Mine this away, like that. Let the gravel fall. And I think I'm nearly done with what I want to do with the mining of stone here. Not quite done yet, but nearly. Truthfully, I'm never going to be done with stone. Stone is just one of those things that you always need more of. Right up there with iron and coal. Sometimes gold. If you're doing stuff with rails, especially powered rails, you're going to need a lot of gold. Also, here's a little bit more coal. Ha-ha! Could always do with more of this. Those hearts, by the way, just staring at me ominously with their sinister gaze. Don't like that. Don't like that in hardcore the even the hearts are against you in one way. They're like, haha, when we're all gone, the evil scheme of wiping out this world will be complete! Ha 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 ha! And no one can stop it. Not even you, Avatar. The Guardian is in control of those hearts of health in some subtle way, and has devious, devious plans for it. Let's leave it like that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll leave it like that. And we'll make our way back. Shouldn't take too long. And because of the way I dug at that, it still looks relatively natural. I say relatively because most of the time you don't have that perfect selection of steps, but it still looks okay. There There shouldn't be any enemies nearby by the time I get back. That is a hope. And then my hopes are dashed, and there are loads of enemies camped outside the door. They all want revenge for all that digging I did underground. But no, we are perfectly safe. There is an Enderman. There's a creeper. Okay, creeper has come to say hi. And I'm definitely going to take aim and deal with you from a distance. Don't want you raining on my parade. Oh no. You also would have stopped me from resting, and I don't want that. It is morning. Suddenly, the darkness is banished. We have loads of this, and we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put more in there, so that we can start working on this stone. We want a lot of it. In fact, we want so much of it that we are going to make a third furnace, so that I can get started on even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Let's make a few more blocks, like that. And we can make a few more pickaxes. We'll need a little bit more wood to make sticks. There we go. Just replenish all the ones that I used. Brilliant. Still have loads of resources. Do I have enough stone? No, I really don't. Even with all of these piles of stone, 4 more piles, I still don't have enough. And I want to make that stone cutter. That I do. There it is. 1 stone cutter. We shall put it... Actually, we should probably put it right here. There it is. We could do that, and we could just make any kind of block. It's just really useful. What was that sound? I have no idea, but I'm sure it wasn't anything especially dangerous. And this is when it was something incredibly dangerous. And the Avatar was a fool to ignore it. It's probably nothing, though. Yeah, it was nothing. That's a skeleton. That's probably a skeleton underground, isn't it? Or it's a skeleton under a tree. Looking around. I think it's a skeleton that's underground. Yep, it's a skeleton that's underground. Don't need to worry about that. Also, I did not plant any trees to replace the ones that I cut down, did I? I said before that I liked doing that, and then I forgot. I was distracted, clearly. I have a few more saplings, though. Yeah, 32. It's safe to say I have a couple. Don't need to worry necessarily about that slight mistake. We can rectify it. We can plant a tree here, plant a tree here, plant a tree here, plant a tree here, and plant a tree there. Brilliant. What I also want to do is I want to work on the front door for my tower. I like making my first house with a wooden door, but a wooden door is not going to suffice for the next one. We want a door made of iron. And an iron door requires cobblestone, switches, and pressure plates. Or rather stone. I keep mixing those up. I don't think there was ever a time when you could make them with cobblestone, so I've no idea why the mix-up occurs. Maybe that skeleton is closer than I thought. No, the skeleton is not closer than I thought. Hello, how are you? I should actually look around and see if there are any, Nope, there are no spiders about. A shame. That means that we're not going to be getting a fishing rod anytime soon. It's a project for the future. We could do some harvesting of our various crops. There aren't many crops to harvest, but I'll go and get the ones I can. Mainly all of this sugarcane here. We could make cake out of this, or we could make paper. Don't really want paper right now, but we will stockpile it. We want, ooh, that immediately grew. Isn't that handy? We want some wheat, really. We have 2. And And there's a little bit more in here for us. This one is ready to be harvested. And this one is also ready to be harvested. And while I'm thinking about it, there is something I want to make. Something that I didn't realise the usefulness of until I saw it in action. And that is... where is it? A composter. We need some fences and some planks. Right, we have plenty of fences, and we have enough planks. One composter is ours. What does the composter do, I hear you ask? Well, the composter is going to put all of these seeds to good use. We'll put the composter right here, and put them in. There is a percentage chance with everything that you put in, some things have a higher percentage chance than others, to fill up the composter bucket, as it were. And when it's full up, you get bone meal. Just one, but it gives you something for the thing that would otherwise be quite useless. And that's awesome. Now, how is all of this doing? We have enough to get started, so let us get started with the building project. We can quite safely use the stone bricks here. It is a 1-for-1. So let's do this and that. We have a lot. Let's get to work. First step is we need to get the ground floor sorted. And we're going to have the exit to the tower be here, so let's get a corner here. 1, 2, 3. This will be where the door is, and that's not quite where I want it to be. Nor there. And then the avatar put it in the wrong place and somehow managed to get a block into the sky. It's all of this, isn't it? All of this causing the problem. I think that should be sufficient. Yes, that should be sufficient. Now let us get the door set up, if nothing else. There we go. Door there. Switch there. The shovel comes in handy, and pressure plate here. It's home, everyone! It's the worst home ever because it literally opens out into a field. But it's home. Now, let's keep building here. We want this to be 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there we go. It's a start. It's a step in the right direction. And that should be perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should give me 7 in. That is not what I wanted to do me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect! That is great. And I do want the floor to be completely made out of stone. This cow has now claimed ownership of my tower. I'm sorry, Sir Cowington. You cannot own this. It is mine. If you're still here by the time I've actually finished this, though, we can work out some kind of tenancy agreement. I thought so. You walk away. Let's just get the ground floor sorted. Well, as sorted as it's going to be. I actually like to put my various construction stuff underground, so some of this that I'm putting down I will be moving later. But it's good to have the groundwork set up already. Marvellous. It's coming along, slowly but surely. Keyword slowly. It's going to take a long time before the tower is ready. But it's a long-term project, and I'm more than willing to put the effort in to see it through. And speaking of the project, let's get back to it. We have more to do. So much more to do. We need to make this quite tall. There are no windows on this floor. There'll be windows on the second floor where the bedroom is. This floor is pretty much the entrance hall, and it's where I will put the stairs leading up and down. Is this worth doing? Well, it won't functionally be any better than that house, but it looks a lot nicer, and that's all that matters to me. We also need a way up now, so we build a makeshift dirt stairway. It's a shame you can't build stairs out of dirt. It would be nice to have a dirt stairway, as it were, as a block, but I do understand why the game doesn't let you do that. Trying to build stairs out of dirt is a little difficult, after all. It is dirt. Now let us make one more block of this. Put these seeds into this. It's nearly full, but nearly is not close enough. Also, I should probably remove the shield right now, because we're not using it. We have a little bit more stone that we can make a little bit more stone brick out of. We're going to work a little bit into the night, because we have a tiny bit more here to make. And I'm going to ready even more of this, because we're going to need more, which makes my efforts to make these blocks a little bit silly, considering that I'm just going to do this. There we go. Are they done? This is done, so we'll get that going. This is done, so we'll get that going. And this one's going to be done in a moment. So we'll get that going. Get even more of these, and a little bit more construction work. Also, really need to illuminate this, so that we don't have anything silly, like, enemies spawning inside. Hello, how are you? Maybe doing this right now is foolish. Yes, doing this right now is foolish. Don't mind me, I'm just going to run very quickly to my home and rest. Why do this at night when I can do it during the day? That is the question. There we go. And they're all burning. You fools. Ah, and then the skeleton decided to go into the water and was fine. Just need to wait for you all to perish. You will keep following me. The zombies are not smart enough to hide in the water or under a tree. The skeletons, however, they are, like that one there. And so, when we come back, folks, we're going to continue building the tower that we will soon call our home. It's going to be a long project, but it'll be worth it in the end when it's complete. When we can stand at the very top and look over all that we survey and say, none of this is mine. I am a fool to think that I have any ownership over this vast amount of land. I can barely control what's right in front of me. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.